Hey everybody, welcome back to our playoff pick special here. We've got our semifinal previews, the last of four semifinal previews we're doing this week. Today, talking about single A, Division two, and the private schools. And Michael, just going to be honest with you, both of these brackets to me have heavy favorites, and it's going to be interesting to see if somebody can knock them off. Because the heavy favorite doesn't always win. They just have heavy favorites. And
Well,
so we start with
both the
Division two.
favorites, I think, are going on the road too. So
Yeah, so Division two, you got Bowden. So they're on the road against Clinch. That game's at Clinch County.
yeah.
Clinch County with a big win last week over Wheeler County. That's in Alamo, Georgia. We learned that last week, right, Michael?
Remember the
Um,
Alamo.
but Wheeler's season comes to an end at 12-1, best season in Wheeler County history. And Clinch County, though, moves on 13-0. They win 27-22. They'll move on and play Bowden, who beat Jenkins County 49-22. So Bowden has won three state championships in a row. They're going for four. Um, I just I think Clinch can give them a game. I do think Bowden's got to go through a little bit of a thing here because we'll get to Lincoln County in a minute, but I think Lincoln County could beat them. I don't know if Clinch can beat them, but they could, I guess. They're 13-0. So I'm going to go Bowden in a close one. You remember how the Patriots in 2007, most people would know this, but they were undefeated, 16-0. They get in the playoffs and they just kind of limped through the first. They won, but they didn't look all that good. It was close, closer than people thought because they dominated in the regular season. And then in the Super Bowl, they lose to the Giants. So Lincoln County, of course, got to beat early to do this, but they're hoping to be the Giants in this case.
Yeah.
Like that Bowden will win, but I say it's close, gives them a little scare, and then they got to see if they can finish this four-peat. So it's got to place tight end that's going to Georgia. Prothrow, I think is his name, for Bowden. He's won a state championship every year he's been in high school.
I think he set the state record for touchdown receptions last week. Yeah.
Well, he's going to set the state record for state championships if he wins this year because you can't win any more than that.
But he's going to tie it with some other people.
But you can't win any more than that.
Right.
So, yeah. So I got Bowden, but I don't know enough about Clinch to be honest to know that what they could do to beat them. But I do know Clinch is 13-0, and I do know that they got a great, proud tradition. They've won state championships. They'll be well coached. I expect Clinch to give them a game. Maybe this be a back and forth. And maybe if the ball bounced their way, Clinch pulls the upset. But because I got to pick one, I'm going to pick Bowden.
Yeah, I think most people, if you would have filled out a bracket at the beginning, you would have had it's Bowden and Lincoln County would have been the teams you kind of had. And from
And
looking
I
at
did.
the scores of these games,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of looks like that's what's coming. And
Yeah, well,
that's going to be, I think we're going to agree on that of who we
yeah.
pick in
So
these
you
two
got
games.
Bowden.
I'm going with Bowden. I think they got, like say, until somebody knocks them off, it's hard to pick
Yeah, it's
against
just
them.
going to be hard. And I only lost games in the regular season, but I mean, they hadn't lost the teams in their class. So
Correct.
Screven County was undefeated, 12-0, but their season comes to an end after they lose Friday to Early County. Early County with the win 27-20. Early's got a good team. No
Yeah.
disrespect to Early, but I was really impressed with Lincoln's 52-16 win over Brooks County. Brooks County's really good. They beat them 52-16.
Right.
Lincoln trying to prove that Bowden's not the only team here. So now Lincoln's got to do that again with Early. And Early versus Lincoln, I'm going to go Lincoln.
Yeah. I mean, same thing. I think we're like I said, I think this one's kind of boring from our pick side, at least.
Yeah, we don't get to
Because we
argue.
both, no, we're just going, both of us are picking Bowden versus
Chalk.
Lincoln to play. Yeah.
I
Best
do
of
think that
luck.
Lincoln Bowden game, if that happens, of course, now because we're not coaching, we can say shit like this.
Yeah.
But, because as a coach, you don't want to look ahead, right? But we're not coaches, so we can look ahead. That Bowden Lincoln game would be a pretty good signal. And that's what makes
Yes.
Georgia football great. If you're in another state and you think, in Nevada, you got Bishop Gorman. You know who that is?
Mhm.
They're like dominant. You may say Bishop Gorman can beat anybody in Georgia. I don't know if they can or can't, but they might can. I'm not saying they can't. They very well may can. But then bring up their single A team. Bring up their lowest classification two teams.
Right.
And Bowden and Lincoln County and Brooks County and Clinch and Early are beating those teams by 50. That's what I'm saying. Like there's just the depth of those teams in Georgia, which I'm sure is also true in Texas or California. But I'm talking about others, the majority of the states. Even like we know Alabama a little more. I know about Mississippi, Tennessee. Like those teams, small schools do not want any of our small schools.
Right.
And it's because like that Bowden and Lincoln game will be a battle, is what I'm saying. That would be a battle. So we can look forward to that. Of course, Coach Chomsky's at Lincoln and Coach Finley at Bowden are not really excited about us already advancing them. But that's why we're in the media now. We get to do stuff like that. Right. All right. So on the private bracket, our final one to look at this week, you got Fellowship beat Savannah Christian 45-14. I think you had Savannah Christian. No idea why. Fellowship's really good. Fellowship beat.
Got to mix it up sometimes.
Savannah Christian 45-14.
I'm pretty sure I want Whitfield too.
I think somebody called you out on the YouTube on the comment about that. But Whitfield, Calvary Day just way better than Whitfield. Fellowship's way better than Savannah Christian. Those games were kind of chalk for what I expected anyway. And now they'll play each other. Now that is a good game. See, I didn't think those other games would be close. I thought they'd go exactly how they did. But this game, Calvary Day, Fellowship, it could be something. Now I'm going to go with Fellowship, but it's like 52% of me wants to pick Fellowship. The other 48 wants to pick Calvary Day. I feel like this could be one of those games that's a battle and you just don't really know how it's going to go. But I'm going to go Fellowship with a lot of experience and a chance to get in the state championship game and avenge their loss to Hebron.
Yeah, I'm struggling here. Obviously, I mean, Fellowship is the number one overall seed. They will be the home team. So Calvary Day is going to have to come up from Savannah.
Yep.
And that didn't go well for a Savannah team last week. But I think there might be something to this. I think Fellowship really wants to play Hebron next week.
And keep this in mind. I think you're right on that. But keep this in mind, too, because this was so weird about this class. You mentioned this last week, I think. But Calvary Day played in 3A. Mm-hmm. So they played like Long County. They played, Southeast Bullock. They played Liberty. Like, these are pretty legit places, like, and I'm not saying Fellowship didn't. I'm just saying Fellowship played more schools like them.
They played smaller schools.
And so I don't know if that matters or not.
I think
I'm just saying it's there.
I think it does. I mean, and that was what we talked about last week, and that was one of the reasons I picked GAC.
Mm-hmm. And it turned out to be spot on because GAC rolled that game. That was another one. We had GAC. We both had GAC, but I had it sneaky close. That game was a blowout.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why GAC just used to playing bigger.
You talked me into going with my gut here, and so I'm picking Calvary Day. They're going to go the Savannah team this time coming up.
I'm staying with Fellowship, but I do see why you picked that. Okay, so Hebron Christian is playing Greater Atlanta Christian. Those schools both in Gwinnett County.
And similar. GAC played in AAA.
Yeah.
Hebron played single A.
Exceptions to every rule.
Correct.
Hebron Christian beat Blessed Trinity.
Yeah.
Hebron Christian beat Fellowship. I have no idea. Somebody had to explain to me how in the hell Hebron Christian is the number 2 seed, and they beat Fellowship. Fellowship's only losses to Hebron Christian.
Like Hebron Christian beat a 7A school the first game of the year. I was at that game.
Right, they beat North Atlanta. They beat Blessed Trinity, but they got a game canceled. I really think that power ranking has a glitch in it when you play 9 games. Maybe. See, they played 9 games, but they lost to McCallie. I don't know if you know McCallie.
A very good school.
McCallie is like Buford. Yeah. So yeah, they lost to McCallie in Tennessee, but they're beating everybody else. So she liked GAC. I was impressed with her. I watched a little bit of them against Pickens. They got a free kick in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, they're peaking at the right time. They really dominated a good Athens Academy team. Like I love Great Atlanta Christian, but there ain't no way in hell I'm picking them.
So I'm picking I loved them up until now.
Me wrong. Yeah.
All right. I loved them up until now.
I mean, Hebron just seems like a whole nother deal, man.
Yeah.
So I'm going Hebron.
I mean, like I say, short trip, but I think it's going to be Hebron and Calvary Day.
I got Hebron and Fellowship. You got Hebron and Calvary Day. We'll see which one's right. Or neither.
That's right.
Maybe GAC proves
GAC
us
wins
both.
and proves us both wrong.
But that's our pick so far. Which of these teams, last thing I'll give you on this one. So of all the picks we made, which one do you feel the most confident in? Not in
All the
just this
picks.
bracket. I mean all of them. Like which of these teams you feel like there's no way in hell they're not going to the state championship game?
I don't know if I should even put that out in the union. That's like the
Well,
ultimate
we're giving somebody some
curse.
major bulletin board material here. I mean, some major. I'll pick one too. I don't know.
I mean, I'm
Major
going
bulletin board
Creekside then.
material.
Creekside.
Creekside. So you got Kale being the team that's playing this in the field house. You're giving them no chance. Yeah, I mean, that's an easy one. So, I mean, I'll pick a different one. I really think Hebron is the real answer. Is Hebron probably? That's what made me think. I really think Hebron is the team that if I had to bet the most money on, I would bet on them. Or I think in the PTI they have they have the Wilbon confidence pool where he puts them in order of like your That's probably a better way to look at it. Like
There
what
would
one
be
are you
some.
getting the
Carver
most points
Columbus
for?
would be up there.
Carver Columbus. Yeah, I think Carver Columbus,
I mean, probably
Hebron,
Thomas County
Creekside.
Central.
Yeah. And I'll give you one more that's going to make them mad. Buford Wolves, baby. Piss off the Valdosta folks. There's a lot of them. But I got the Buford Wolves going to Valdosta and ending the Valdosta season. So we'll see. Like I said, that's what makes this fun. The truth is, to wrap this thing up, really impressed with all these teams. We got 33 teams still playing because of Langston using Gainesville. Should be 32. But those teams that are still playing, still alive, man, they should be really proud. It's a fantastic achievement, something that a lot of times you don't ever get to do. And if you do get to be this far, you need to enjoy it, embrace it, and definitely don't take anything Mayor Michael says to heart. But good luck to all the teams, and we'll have a little break between this and our championship game, and maybe we can get caught up in 5A, Michael, before we make our picks for all the championship games.
Well, we'll see. No telling what'll happen between now and then.
I'm thinking about having some guests for that championship game pick, so we might have us a few other on here. Some of our Parker Resources friends. We'll get Rocky or John Ford or some of them on here. See if we can get them
some
to
real
pick
knowledgeable people, not
the
just
people
some
that actually
fools.
coach some ball this year, not
There
us.
you go.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll see you guys next time, and let's see some ball tomorrow night.